And welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have been here before. My name is Yasmina, and today I want to make a video with an Easter theme. I will use my Genzai Tembi Kuretake watercolors. Maybe you have heard about these before. They have been released several years ago, and they are a hobby craft line kind of watercolors. So they are not professional and they are not very light fast. But I am working in my Jane Davenport journal, so it will be closed most of the time, and this will make it okay. So I have already drawn my contour. We will have two rabbits in a wreath made of spring flowers. So let's do a light shade of brown on the rabbit. When working with watercolors, the more layers you apply, the better the result, and it is always best to start with a background and then apply the highlights. So also I am working in my A5 journal, and this is okay for a small sketch. The smaller the journal, the better. If you do not have time to be crafty and you are very busy, however, you can still do something pleasant, something that makes you happy. So if you want, you can find the time, and it will help you a lot if the project you want to start is smaller, because I think we will finish in about 20-30 minutes. So I think you can find the 30 minutes in your day to do something crafty. If we work in an A4 journal, however, it will take at least double the time. So it's something that you want to consider when purchasing your supplies. So these are the spring fluffy buds. I don't know how you call them. Eventually leave a comment if you want to share. We call them mățișori in Romanian, so it's like small kittens. Okay. Maybe dilute them, the black a bit if it's too strong. And then we will go back to the rabbits. So now I want to build some layers. So as with anything crafting, I think you get better at it the more you practice, because the first time I used these watercolors, and I think it was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I didn't really like them because they were pretty thick. So they weren't as transparent and not as watery as other watercolors. But I think the more you watercolor, the more you understand the medium that you are working with, and the better you get at it. Now afterwards I have bought a set of student grade schminke and then an artist grade schminke. And now that I use the Genzai Tambi again, I feel that they work just or almost as well as the professional ones, and I don't get that thickness anymore. Basically, it's best to start light, so apply more water. It's better to have more water than less, because if you go in with too little water, then the paint will be too thick and it will dry with hard lines, and it will be almost too luscious to be able to put some other mediums on top of it, so you won't be able to work on it. It will look really bad, and that's why it's better to go as light as possible. Now I will go in with the black and do the eyes. If you want the colors to run and to get those beautiful mixes, then it's better to work wet on wet. If you don't like that, then it's better to start working on several pieces of your painting, and then let one dry, go to another, and so on. So work in stages. And we will put in some shadows. And then if you go with water underneath, then you will make the black run towards, so always the color will run towards the more watery, the more wet area. Then let's put some spots of different shades of brown. So we want to give the impression of fur without really doing the fur. So I really like how it granulated here, and it gave a really nice effect despite not being an artist grade watercolor. Okay, now I will go and do the flowers. So I will take a blue and then do a first layer. So we have different kinds of flower intertwined in here. And then let's choose a green for the blades of grass. Okay, then let's choose a darker blue and go over the blue flowers. Basically making spots of blue and give it kind of a messy look. Okay. Then I want a purple and go over the fluffy buds. Then I want some black, so go on the snowdrops, just a touch, and then dilute it. And I think we have missed a leaf over here. Okay, and now I will choose a darker green to put some highlights on the leaves. Then I want to, I don't know, let's go with gold to do the writing, Happy Easter. Okay. And now let's do the background. This is kind of a turquoise color, and I will put my color on the top of the page and then dilute it with water towards the bottom of the page. Always work the edges of the pool of color as not to dry and leave ugly marks, or at least to me they're ugly. I don't like the hard edges of the pools of color.